Hi everybody. So now let's talk about the next topic called the prebiotics. Unlike the probiotics, prebiotics are not living organisms, but they are certain substrates which have been provided so that the probiotic organisms can grow rapidly within the body. And usually these prebiotics are not digestible by the host, but they may serve as a substrate for intestinal microbes. And they have a positive effect on the host by stimulating the growth or the activity of certain bacteria. Now, you can also consider these prebiotics as dietary fibers, and the products of the degradation initiated by the colonic bacteria are the causes of the beneficial effects that they provide. And they are found naturally in some vegetables like onions, garlics, etc. And these are oligosaccharides which are indigestible by humans. Their presence in fact selectively enhances the proliferation of certain probiotic bacteria in the colon, especially the bifidobacteria. So what is a prebiotic basically? A prebiotic is in fact a dietary supplement which we give to the to the bacteria which reside in our gut. That is, for the gut bacteria, now for example for the probiotic bacteria which reside in our stomach, what happens? We are giving them extra nutrients so that they will be able to multiply and they will grow in a large amount within our stomach. So what happens? Usually these substances, if we consume them, we won't be able to digest them. That is the specialty of prebiotics. That is, consume them in a sense they are not degraded by the enzymes which have been produced by us. Okay, and these are only in fact the food for the microbes. And by growing on these prebiotics, the good bacteria within our gut will They will multiply at a very rapid rate. And as a result, what happens? We get a good health, get a good gut health. So prebiotics and probiotics are two different things, but they provide us a good gut health. Now let's see what are these sources of the prebiotic foods. Asparagus, you know what is asparagus? Asparagus is chadaveli. In Malayalam we call it as chadaveli. That one is prebiotic food. Banana is the fiber, that is a fibrous food. Then we have chicory seeds. Of course, in coffee powder and all, you can see that chicory is being added. It's a good antioxidant. Then onion or leeks. These are all examples of foods which are containing prebiotic sources. Then garlic. Then you have jicama. What is jicama? Jicama is a Mexican yam, or it's also called the Mexican turnip. Then you have Jerusalem artichoke. Now what is artichoke? It's just like the ginger that we have here. Then you have leafy greens and dandelion greens. Dandelion is a flower which is of having a good medicinal value, and even that one's leaves are being good as a prebiotic source. So these are some of these members include foods which are not quite clear to you or which is not familiar to you. But can you find some prebiotics around you? That is, some things which we do not digest properly, but we get a good source from that. Now for example, you can get prebiotics from, they are usually cellulosic. Okay, so just imagine what is the predominant prebiotic food that we can have within around ourselves. Now coming to jack. Okay, jack is a good source of prebiotic cellulose. Okay, and using that, of course, what is it? The microbes which are living within our gut would grow. This is an example. This is a local example of what jack I told you. I think you can explore more and more, and you can find various other examples for that. Now, what does these prebiotics do? Basically speaking, prebiotics will also give us a increased probiotic effect, because by providing prebiotics you are promoting the you are promoting the growth of probiotic organisms. So for all the benefits that we get by the growth of probiotics are in turn provided by supplementing the diet with prebiotics also. So you can have a bifidogenic effect. Bifidogenic effect means increase in the probiotic bacteria, because bifidobacterium is a common probiotic organism. Then it can also increase the mineral absorption, as we told earlier, calcium, iron, magnesium and all that can be increased. Those absorption can be increased by providing with prebiotics. Then the fermentation is being of fatty acids is being promoted. Then the decrease in the luminal pH is being carried out. Then usually it will also suppress the pathogenic microbial growth, just like as we told earlier. Then immunomodulation, you don't have to go into very detail like T-reg expansion and all that, but you just understand the regulation of the T cells, as well as the antibody production by the B cells. Antibody production of IgA by the B cells is also being regulated by the presence of these prebiotics, and the modulation of cytokine expressions will also happen. So basically speaking, immunomodulation, as we told in the case of the probiotic organisms, that is also there. Here also, when the prebiotics increases the probiotic organisms, what happens? They inhibit the pathogenic invasion and they restrict the pathogenic invasion. Usually when the B cells get activated also, what happens? They produce more of antibodies, and these antibodies will in turn diffuse out the epithelial cell and suppress the pathogenic organisms. So basically all the good features of probiotics is also being obtained by prebiotics. But prebiotic is a what? It is not a microbe, but it is only a dietary supplement, or it is a nutrient. Okay, it could be a nutrient source, it could be sometimes a carbohydrate or whatever it is, which cannot be utilized by the humans, but it is utilized by the microbes for its growth. So the characteristics of prebiotics, they usually should be stable under acidic conditions in the stomach and even in the small colon. They should be resistant to enzymatic digestion, and the hydrolysis and fermentation should be carried out by the colonic bacteria, and it would also cause a selective stimulation of growth of a limited number of beneficial colonic microorganisms. So I think that's clear right now. Coming to the food applications of prebiotics, now in the case of you have different foods. Now in breakfasts, as well as in cereals, as well as in extruded snacks, they can be used instead of as a sugar replacement to provide crispiness, expansion, and to give fiber, as well as also as a prebiotic food. Then in the case of yogurts and desserts, the fat or sugar replacement can be done by various prebiotics, and it would also give texture, and it also gives a mouth feel when you include a prebiotic in the food, and fiber as well as prebiotic role, that's we have mentioned earlier. The beverages and drinks, the sugar replacement can be carried out with certain naturally derived prebiotics. Here also you get a foam stabilization which has been carried out. They can be included in baby food to improve its texture and to increase the fiber content and to get a prebiotic role. And in table spreads and butter products, it can be replaced as a fat replacement, texture, spreadability to increase the stability fiber of the fiber, and also as a prebiotic. And you can also use in meat products, what happens as a fat replacement, you can use prebiotics to increase the texture, to increase the stability as well as the fiber content, you can use prebiotics. Now to conclude, I want to like to say 3 different terms that we have come across. We should distinguish between each other. Okay, prebiotics, they are carbohydrates and fibers that feed the beneficial bacteria in your guts, and humans don't normally digest the prebiotics directly. So they are carbohydrates and fibers, and humans cannot digest them, but only the bacteria is the one which digests them. Now coming to probiotics, they are live bacteria that will supply the health benefits when present in the human gut, and mainly we have lactobacillus, bifidobacterium, etc. as examples of probiotics. Then we have postbiotics. These are beneficial molecules produced by the probiotic bacteria. It's just a short chain fatty acids. Okay, when the components which are being produced by the probiotics are referred to as the postbiotics. So probiotics are also known as the secondary metabolites. Okay, so I guess this has been clear to you. So we have the prebiotics, which is the food for the good bacteria, probiotics, the bacteria which eat the prebiotics, and the postbiotics are those beneficial molecules which are mainly produced by the probiotic bacteria. So thank you.